Hello boys and girls, welcome to Mrs. Mandu's Math Movies. This is Lesson 6-4, Standard Form, for the algebra class. Our objectives are to graph equations using intercepts and write equations in standard form. Okay, so here we go. The standard form of a linear equation is ax plus by equals c, where a, b, and c are real numbers and a and b are not both 0. Okay, so we've already talked some about the y-intercept, but here we're also going to be looking for the x-intercept. And the x-intercept is the x-coordinate of the point at which a line crosses the x-axis. So very similar to what we talked about with the y-intercept, it's just now the x-intercept. Okay, now in standard form, basically we can use our intercepts to help us graph lines pretty quickly. So what we want to do here, let's just start off with the example. It says find the x and y intercepts of 2x plus 5y equals 6. Now, the idea behind this is to find the x-intercept, we're going to make y 0. So if you're finding the x-intercept, you're going to make y equal to 0 and solve for x. To find the y-intercept, you're going to substitute 0 for x and then solve for y. So whatever the one you want, you're going to solve for that. You make the other coordinate be 0. Okay? And then once you have your x-intercept and your y-intercept, you just plot the x-intercept, plot the y-intercept, connect those, and you have your line graphed. Okay, so to find the x-intercept, we're going to substitute in 0 for y and solve for x. So we're going to have 2x is equal to 6. And then you're going to divide each side by 2. So x is 3. So the y-intercept is 3. I'm sorry, I misspoke. The x-intercept is 3. Now, to find the y-intercept, we're going to substitute in 0 for x. So 2 times 0 is 0. And then you're going to have 5y equals 6. Divide each side by 5 to solve for y. So y equals 5, 6. So the y-intercept is 5, 6. Okay? So basically, again, if you're trying to find the x-intercept, let y be 0, solve for x. If you're trying to find the y-intercept, let x be 0, solve for y. It's that straightforward. You just have to keep track of what you're trying to do. So you have an example to do just that, this quick check, and then we'll move on to the next. Okay, graphing lines using intercepts. So here's what I spoke of earlier, where once you know your intercepts, you can use them to graph. It's a graphing method. So graph 3x plus 5y equals 15 using intercepts. So First off, we're going to find the intercept. Okay, so we're going to find the x-intercept first. So that means we're going to substitute in 0 for y. So we're going to get 3x equals 15. Divide each side by 3. So x equals 5. This is my x-intercept. All right, there's that. And then we're going to solve for the y-intercept. So in this case, we're going to make x be 0. So 3 times 0 is 0, so I'm left with 5y equals 15. Divide each side by 5, and y is 3. Okay, so I'm going to plot 5, 0, and 0, 3. Or my x-intercept is 5. My y-intercept is 3. Plot those and then take a straight edge. So if you don't have a ruler, you should get one, or use your ID or something like that. And you want to connect them. So this is where, particularly when your intercepts are whole numbers, it makes a very quick and easy way to plot a line. Okay, now transforming to standard form. So we might have an equation in slope-intercept form, and we want it in standard form. So we want, basically what that means is we want everything to be, or as much as we can to be, in integers. So the first thing we'll do is multiply both sides of this equation by 3. So I'm going to just put 3 and 3 over here to indicate that. So 3 times y is 3y. 2/3 x times 3 is going to be 2x plus 18 using the distributive property. I really didn't need to put these parentheses on the top one there, sorry. Okay, now I want to subtract 2x from each side, so that I'm going to get my x and y values all on the left and my constant on the right. So this is going to give me negative 2x plus 3y equals 18. So the standard equation is negative 2x plus 3y equals 18. Okay, so again, I subtracted 2x. Sometimes they don't leave you a lot of room here from each side. All right. So you have a couple more quick checks, one that goes with each of the two remaining, or the last two examples. Have these ready for discussion in class, and bring in any questions or concerns that you might have as well. Look forward to seeing you soon now.